seat. So just taking a moment to arrive in your seat, any shape that may mean for you, whether you elevate the hips or sit directly on your mat, cross the legs, sit in a kneeling position. But once you have arrived in that seat, just take a moment to get comfortable. And then to allow your eyes to slide closed. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out. 2 more like that, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Last one, deepest inhale. And sigh it out. With your next breath in, slowly breathe through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for a moment at the top of your breath. And then exhale slowly through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the bottom. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And continue for another few rounds of this square breath. And with each round of breath, can you feel yourself arriving a bit more deeply in your practice? Feeling as the body softens into this first seat. Feeling the lower body rooted, grounded. Feeling a sense of lightness and ease in the upper body as you sit up nice and tall. Gently reaching through the crown of the head, but then allowing the shoulders to relax down away from the ears. And continuing to let that square breath flow. All of your attention resting on the breath. And finishing the round you're on. And then with the following inhale, welcome a rhythm of breath that you'll keep for your practice. A rhythm that flows in and out through the nose. Continuing to allow the breath to be even on the inhale and the exhale. But you can start to lose that pause between the two sides of the breath. And you may start to welcome a gentle constriction in the back of the throat, in the same space that you'd feel if you were fogging up a mirror or glass with your breath. And with each round of breath, continuing to arrive in the present moment, to be here now. Noticing if the mind starts to wander to the past or the future, bring yourself back to the present moment by refocusing your attention on the breath. And then slowly begin to blink your eyes open, giving the eyes a moment to readjust to the light, and then slowly making your way over onto your hands and knees to begin. And as you arrive on the hands and knees, stacking the joints, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, feet directly behind the knees. Spread the fingers nice and wide as you start to press into the pad of each finger. Find length from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And then inhale, let the belly drop down toward the mat, arch the spine, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the chin, tuck the tail, press the ground away, draw the chin to the chest. Inhale, arch, tail lifts, chin lifts, heart space pulls forward through arm bones. Exhale, round, curling in, chin toward chest, press the ground away. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And continue here for another few rounds of cat and cow. And as you're moving through these two shapes, feeling free to make this your own. Maybe circling the hips or the ribs, just moving in a way that feels good in your body. Moving and breathing, finding that connection of breath and movement. Checking in with how your body feels today, with anything that may be going on in the body. Any places that you may need to be mindful of as you move through your practice. And take about 1 or 2 more rounds of breath. And then slowly start to return to a neutral spine and tabletop. Leave the hips stacked over the knees, walk the hands between 3 and 5 handprints further forward, and let the chest soften down toward your mat. You may bring the forehead to rest, or you may bring the chin to rest, just depending on how this shape feels in your body. Breathing into the upper back, the chest, the shoulders. Letting go of any tension, any tightness. Take 1 more deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, slowly lift the chest away from the mat. Walk the hands back in, but not quite under the shoulders. Exhale, tuck the toes. Send the hips high, downward facing dog. As you arrive in downward dog, pedal out through the feet. So bend and straighten the knees 1 at a time. Encourage the hips to lengthen up and back. Engage through the low belly space. Keep pressing the ground away through the hands. Distributing the weight of the body evenly throughout the entire hand. So not just the heel of the hand, but also into the knuckles, into the pads of the fingers. And as you continue to pedal out the feet, just nice and slowly start to walk your way to the top of the mat. Taking a few rounds of breath to get there. So just coming up nice and slow. Feeling into the backs of the legs. When you do arrive at the top of the mat, exhale, soften the knees, fold forward, clasp opposite elbows or forearms, and sway side to side. Let your head hang heavy, maybe even nodding the head yes, moving the head no. And take 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, soften hands down toward the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins or tented fingertips, sliding a little bit more weight into the balls of the feet than the heels, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, folds. 1 more like that. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, sweep the arms high, stand tall. Exhale, pull the palms to heart center. Deep breath in. And slow breath out. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive or come through center, your choice. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, soften the knees, plant the palms, step the feet back to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, either knees first or body in one piece. Inhale, lift the head and heart, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths in downward facing dog. 2. Last breath. Inhale, gaze forward, walk, step or float, feet to hands. Halfway lift as you arrive. Exhale, fold forward, knees can always soften. Inhale, float arms high, stand tall. Exhale, palms to the heart. 1 breath. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, feet step back to plank, either all the way down or halfway chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, your choice where to take it. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. 2. Last breath. Inhale, gaze forward, walk, step or float, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, arms sweep high, stand tall. Exhale, palms to heart center. 1 breath. Inhale, chair, heel toe the feet together, sit low in the hips, lift the arms and chest. Making sure knees aren't coming forward of toes, sit the hips back in space. Engaging through the low belly, finding a slight scoop of the tailbone under, deep breath in. Slow breath. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, feet step back to plank vinyasa your way, high to low. Inhale, open cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg floats high. Exhale, right foot steps forward in between the hands. Left heel spins to the mat. Inhale, warrior 1. Deep bend in the right front knee, pressing firmly into the pinky toe edge of the left back foot. Drawing right hip forward, right hip back, left hip forward, Steady the gaze, soften the shoulders. Gaze either steady forward or gaze toward the hands. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right foot meets the left in plank vinyasa, high to low. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Right heel spins to the mat. Inhale, warrior 1. Yeah, this time, left hip hugs back. Right hip hugs forward. Strong through the right back leg. Deep bend into the left front knee. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Good. 1 more deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left foot steps back to meet the right in plank vinyasa. Moving with breath. Exhale, downward dog. 3 deep breaths. 2. Last breath. Inhale, gaze forward, walk, step or float, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, chair pose, sit low in the hips, lift the arms and chest. Finding some steadiness, deep breath in. Exhale, stand tall, hands to the heart. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, feet step back to plank vinyasa. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot steps, 1 breath. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, palms to the mat. Right foot meets the left in plank vinyasa. Inhale, open. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot steps, right heel spins, 1 breath. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left foot meets the right in plank vinyasa. Inhale, open. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. 2. Last breath. Inhale, gaze forward, walk, step or float, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, chair, sit low. Exhale, stand tall, hands to the heart. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, chair. Exhale, hands to the heart, twist to the right, left elbow hooks the outside of the right front leg. Thinking about sitting low in the hips, lengthening tailbone back, crown of head forward, strong through the low belly, pressing the palms into one another. And one more deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, unwind chair. Exhale, folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Feet step back to plank vinyasa, or you can skip it. I know this is a lot of vinyasas, so if you're feeling like just coming to downward dog, feel free. Inhale, right leg floats high. Exhale, right foot steps forward in between the hands. Left heel spins. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, circle the hands out and down. Interlace the hands behind the low back. Roll the shoulder heads open. You could always use a strap or any other prop to attach the hands. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Chest comes toward the right front leg. Gaze may stay down toward the right big toe. You may let the head be heavy. You could come slightly to the inside of the right front leg if that's a better variation for you. But notice if you're leaning to the left and think about warrior one coming forward. And one more deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, nice and slowly rise on up, warrior one. Inhale, arms float high. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, right leg floats up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the right knee, open up the right hip. So right hip stacks on top of the left. Hug the right knee a little closer to the seat. Lift the right kneecap a little higher toward the ceiling. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, re-extend the right leg long, square off through the hips. Exhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Left foot meets it halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Sit low. Exhale, sit a little lower. Deep breath in. Exhale, stand tall, hands to heart. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, chair, sit low. Exhale, palms to the heart, twist to the left. Right elbow hooks the outside of the left front leg. Press the hands into one another, rotating toward that left side of your space. Reaching tailbone back, crown of head forward. Maybe steadying the gaze to the left or looking up over the left shoulder. One more breath. Inhale, slowly unwind chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Feet step back to plank vinyasa or downward dog with your exhale. Always your choice where to take it. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot steps, right heel spins. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, circle the hands out and down. Interlace the hands behind the low back. Roll the shoulders open, lift the chest to inhale. Exhale, fold. And as you fold, let the head either be heavy or gaze toward the left big toe. If you're coming into the inside of that left front leg, making sure hips aren't sending left and torso isn't sending right. Squaring the body from front to back of your mat. Inhale, nice and slowly rise up. Warrior one, release the hands, float them high. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, left leg floats up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the left knee, opening up that left hip. So left hip stacks on top of the right. Hug the left heel in toward the seat. Lift the left kneecap a little higher toward the ceiling. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, squaring off through the hips, lengthen through the left leg. Exhale, left foot steps softly forward, in between the hands, right foot steps to meet it, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, chair, sit low. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Inhale here. Exhale, stand tall, hands to the heart. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Good, one more deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, chair, sit low. Exhale, hands to heart, twist to the right. 2 breaths, either stay palms together or extend left hand to the outside of the right leg, right arm high. Deep breath in, long breath out. One more. Inhale, slowly return to chair with control, arms high. Exhale, folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, feet step back to plank vinyasa or downward dog with your exhale. Inhale, right leg floats high. Exhale, right foot steps forward, left heel spins. Inhale, rise. Exhale, circle the hands around, interlace the hands behind the low back. Inhale, lift the chest. This time, exhale, warrior 3 with a bind. Lift off the left back foot. Rolling the shoulders back. Press back through the left heel. Reach forward through the crown of the head. Back of the neck is long. Breath is steady. 2 more breaths. Last one. Exhale, slow, controlled landing, high crescent lunge. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, open warrior 2. Deep bend in the right front knee. Shoulders stack over the hips. Reach through the fingers. Steady the gaze over right fingertips. 3 deep breaths. 2. Last breath. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly moving into Skandasana on the left side. So you may come right down. You may kind of let the hands come down, walk down. You may find yourself more towards skater shape, but wherever you are, finding that Skandasana shape. 3 deep breaths. 2. Last breath. Exhale, hands to the mat, walk forward toward right front toes, spin back to the ball of the left back foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the left back foot a little less than halfway forward, spin left heel to the mat, extending both knees. Hands may pop up onto blocks or any other props you have nearby. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, folds. Hugging right hip back, left hip slightly forward. So hip points are square toward the mat. Tailbone reaching toward the ceiling. Upper body releasing forward. Good, one more breath. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Left foot meets the right top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, sweep arms high, stand tall. Exhale, palms to heart center. Deep breath in. And slow breath out. Inhale, chair, sit low in the hips. Lift the arms and chest. Exhale, hands to heart, twist to the left. Right elbow to outside of left thigh. Stay here or spread the arms wide so right arm comes down to the outside of that left front foot. Left arm reaches high. Tailbone reaching back. Crown of head reaching forward. Breath flowing. Good, one more deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, unwind with control, chair pose. Exhale, folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Feet step back to plank vinyasa, height. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot steps, right heel spins, warrior one, inhale. Exhale, circle the hands out and down. Interlace the hands behind the low back. See if you can bring opposite pointer finger forward. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, warrior three with a bind. Seeing if you can lightly lift off. Press back through the right heel. Forward through the crown of the head. Back of the neck is long. Chest slightly lifting. Hips square toward the mat. One final breath. Exhale, slow, controlled landing, high crescent lunge. Inhale, arms float high. Exhale, open warrior two. Settling into that warrior two. So left knee stacks left ankle. Press firmly into the pinky toe edge of the right back foot. Reach through the arms. Shoulders stack the hips. Steady the gaze. 3 breaths. 2. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana, right side. Coming all the way down, coming towards skater. Your variation always. One more deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk forward toward left front toes. Spin the toes into runner's lunge. Inhale. Exhale, step right foot a little less than halfway forward. Pyramid pose, extending the knees. Maybe popping the hands up onto blocks. Lengthening through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Low belly drawing in. Hips squaring. Gaze steadies. Breathing space into the left hamstring. One more deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Right foot steps forward to meet the left, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, sweep arms high, stand tall. Exhale, hands through the heart, onto the hips. Step the feet out to hips distance, maybe slightly wider if that feels best for you. Lengthen through the spine, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. As you hinge forward, find that point where you're no longer hinging from the hips and soften the knees. You have 2 options for this fold today. You can, actually 3. You can either take a ragdoll, yogi toe lock, so pointer finger and middle finger come in between big toe and second toe, and then they wrap around the big toe, pressing down through the big toes, pulling slightly up through the fingers. You could also take gorilla pose, hands would slide underneath the feet, so fingers toward the heels, toes toward the crease of the wrists. And no matter which variation you're in, knees can always be soft, but find your shape. We're here for 3 breaths. Two. Last breath. Inhale nice and slowly, releasing hands from feet or hands from opposite arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Feet step back to plank. Pause for your inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, nice and slow and controlled. When you arrive there, stack the hands one on top of the other and rest the forehead. And just take a moment for the body to be relaxed, for the breath to be steady. And also use this as an opportunity to check in with the low back. If the low back is already feeling sensitive in this moment, feel free to skip these next 2 back bending postures. You can either hang out as you are, you could press to child's pose. You could come over onto your back for supported bridge if you'd prefer. Good, nice and slowly inhale, lifting the head. Start to zip the legs up so the big toe side of the legs is towards one another. And then you're pressing into the top shoelace side of the feet, engaging the thighs so the kneecaps start to lift off the mat. Release the hands out behind you. And we're going to keep feet on the floor for this first one. So you can either keep hands unlaced or you could lace the hands behind the back, your choice. And then inhale, lift the head and heart. Notice this tendency to lift through the chin. And instead, keep the back of the neck long. So really lifting from the upper body, pressing into the feet, engaging the core to keep the low back safe. So this becomes more of a back bend in the upper back versus the lower back. And one more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower to the mat. Release the hands, bring one cheek to rest. 2 deep breaths. One more. Slowly opposite cheek to rest. 2 breaths. One more. Inhale, coming back to center. Either, once again, hands unlaced or laced. If you're lacing for the second time, opposite pointer finger forward. If you're lacing for the first time, whichever way is best. Draw the feet toward one another once again. Inhale, lift the head and heart to start. If you feel comfortable and safe in the low back, maybe feet also lift. But as feet lift, keep them squeezed to the midline rather than letting them splay away from one another. And really use the breath. Each inhale, can you lift a little higher? 2 more breaths. Last one. Exhale, slowly lower, hands release, 1 cheek down, 2 breaths. One more. Opposite cheek to rest, 2 breaths. One more. Inhale, slowly bringing the head back to center. Hands come under the shoulders, tuck the toes, gather the strength in the arms, press back up through plank. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. You may pedal at the feet. We're just feeling into the back body, finding a little more length in the spine. You're going to take one more deep breath in. And exhale, slowly make your way to your seat, any way that's best for you. And as you arrive in this seat, feel free to sit directly on your mat to elevate the hips up onto a blanket or any other prop that you may have nearby. And once you've arrived in that seat, extend the legs out toward either side. So taking a nice wide-legged seat, feeling the sits bones root, lengthen through the crown of the head. Inhale, float arms high. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Bring the hands to rest somewhere in front of you, even if that's very slightly in front of you. And then keep thinking about lengthening through the spine. So pressing the tailbone back, reaching the upper body forward. Breathing deeply and slowly. Maybe with each inhale, you can find a little more length. And with each exhale, you can soften a little bit further. Good, one more breath. Inhale nice and slowly, walking the hands back in and drawing the legs back toward one another, and slowly come down onto your back. And as you arrive on your back, hug the knees in toward your chest, give them a nice squeeze. Maybe you even find a gentle rock or sway side to side, almost as if you're massaging out that low back, especially after our back bends. And then keep the right knee tucked in. Just gently land the left sole of the foot on the mat. Press into the left sole of the foot. Shift the hips about 4 to 6 inches to the right side of your mat. Re-extend the left leg long, and then take the right leg across the body over toward the left. So you have a couple of options for this twist. You could rest the left foot on that right knee, or on that right thigh rather. You could rest the knee on a blanket or pillow. You could extend the right leg long, maybe catching the right foot in the left hand. And that right arm could be in a cactus shape or a T shape. But just find the variation that works best for you. And maybe even gaze over toward the right shoulder or fingers. And one more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Make your way back up through center. Shifting the hips back in line with the shoulders. Hug the knees in toward the chest. And then leaving the left knee hugged in. Right sole of the foot comes down. Shift the hips about 4 to 6 inches to the left. Right leg extends and left leg crosses. The left arm may extend in a T, cactus. If you took that extended leg variation with that crossed leg, feel free to take that on this side as well. So you may let the left leg extend out to the left side, and that may mean that the right hand comes toward the thigh, toward the calf, or toward the pinky toe edge of the left foot. Always your variation. You may notice a bit of a difference from one side to the other. So meeting yourself as you are. Slowly release. Inhale, coming back up to center. Give the knees one last hug in toward your chest. And deep breath in. And exhale, extend the arms and legs long along your mat. And you may stay with arms and legs extended. You may bring the hands to rest on the belly if that's more comfortable. You could bring soles of the feet to the mat, knees toward one another, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Just feeling free to take the shape that is best for you. And once you've arrived in that shape, let the body soften. Release control of the breath. And just give yourself these final moments of your practice as an opportunity to rest, to release, to relax, to be as you are. And slowly begin to deepen the breath. Welcome movement back into the body by wiggling the fingers, the toes. You may rock your head side to side. You may take a full body stretch. And then slowly roll onto one side, whichever side is most comfortable for you. Allow your head to rest. Allow the body to remain relaxed. Checking back in with yourself, with anything that may have shifted or changed since you first arrived on your mat. And then slowly press to a comfortable seated position. And as you arrive in your seat, guide your palms to connect at heart center. Bow your head forward toward your hands and your heart. We end our practice with one final collective breath, a deep inhale through the nose, breathe in. And exhale a slow sigh out. And draw thumb knuckles to third eye center. We bow to each other. Namaste. And thank you guys for being here today.
How to kill your students in 45